If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. It's Felger and Maz from Indianapolis, Indiana, site of Super Bowl 46. We're here all week. We go 2 to 6, simulcast on Comcast Sportsnet, on TV, of course, broadcast on 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston. Joining us now in the guest chair, I just lost my train of thought for some reason, in the Bob's Discount Furniture guest chair is nasty Nestor Aparicio from WNST in Baltimore. Maybe I was just getting prepared for the nastiness that's about to come our way from the nasty one. Usually, Nestor, you're wearing some big, honkish Baltimore Ravens jersey, and it's like Ravens everywhere. And where's the Ravens jersey?
Because it was going to be Billy Cundiff, and then he changed it.
Have you been shamed into?
Dude, the abuse. Have
you been?
We lost. Isn't that bad enough? I mean, you guys got to kill me too.
And you ditched the Ravens colors?
No,
just for
I
that?
didn't ditch the Ravens colors. That's purple. What is that? It's purple right there.
I'm used to seeing the jersey. What's up?
I didn't bring the jersey, actually. I wear my own swag now. I wear my NST.net swag. It's purple and it's orange.
So what?
We wear the orange for the morning, you know.
Okay, so what is
with a U?
What is the fallout in Baltimore? People still apoplectic?
Well, we've lost our defensive coordinator. We've retained our offensive coordinator, who is public enemy number one, which I don't understand. I mean, all the
don't you have that backwards?
Exactly.
Like, what did you ditch the offensive coordinator? And
we didn't ditch him. We lost it. But Dean Pease and another guy from the Patriot system coming and running the Baltimore show on the defensive side of the ball, and so many questions for the franchise. And to come that close, I mean, are you all going to just admit that you're pretty friggin' lucky to be here?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Because we were going to go stalk Patriots today and get up on Gronkowski immediate day and say, do you feel lucky? Do you? Because we feel really unlucky at this point. Feel like we did everything possible to win the game except win the game. And Lee Evans drops the ball, you miss the kick, you don't call the timeout, and then you can backtrack for 3.5 quarters and say, if this, then that. Certainly the drive with Brady to take the lead is something that I can't think that Ray Lewis or Terrell Suggs or Ed Reed or Elodie Knott or any of those guys that are dying to get to a Super Bowl. They had it in their hands, too. They let Brady take the ball 80 yards down the field and score the go-ahead touchdown. Nobody's talking about that. But I think in Baltimore, obviously Cundiff's getting a lot of grief, but I can't imagine that Lee Evans doesn't become our bucket. You don't get that close. I mean, we're talking about a tenth of a second away from going to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of purple tears. What can you say? Yeah, we got baseball season.
Oh, yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, lucky you.
Come on.
So, do you believe that Harbaugh should have called a timeout on the
Absolutely.
field goal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think John manages games real well, and I don't know whether that comes from a special teams background. He'd hate me saying that, and that's okay, but you've got to manage the clock there.
He lost his command there.
I don't think he knew he had a timeout. I don't think he knew what down it was. I think there was mass confusion on the sidelines, and we reported that last week, and no one else has reported that. But
well, what did you report exactly?
Well, Suggs and a bunch of guys were down yelling at the officials. Not that should distract anyone on the coaching staff, but I don't think anybody really knew what was going on, and the clock was ticking, and the crowd was pretty silent. I mean, of all the times I've been in Boston, great crowds, loud crowds, that was like 15 seconds where your fans saw it just slipping away. And worst case, you knew it was going to overtime because the field goal was coming and it was at a range where he wasn't going to miss the field goal until he did. I think everybody in the stadium was just as shocked as the world was when Cundiff went wide left on it. And then you look up and you're like, oh, damn, we had a timeout. We could have, chilled it out. And Belichick said, well, I wasn't going to ice him because it was pretty clear they were scrambling,
Yeah, no, very optimistic thinkers in New England. We weren't thinking about it slipping away. I think you got that part of it wrong.
No, you had 100 years where it slipped away.
So are you one of these people who thinks, you're not blaming the scoreboard, are you?
No. I mean, I think it's the coach's job and it's the coordinator's job. Look, there's a lot of people who could have called timeout. Center could have called timeout. Sam Cook, the punter, who's the holder, could have called timeout. Cundiff could have iced himself. John, special teams guy, special teams unit getting on the field, could have iced himself. The fact that there was no review on the touchdown, I think set everybody off. I think everyone on the sidelines was like, the NFL puts this in place. We're talking about a potential reception to go to the Super Bowl. That's why God gave us instant replay, right? And when that didn't happen, I just think it was like one of those, they all lost where they were at that point. And Cundiff clearly didn't even look up and measure it. Sam Cook said to us after the game that he only looks at the ball, the set, and the body and the foot coming through, and he said he didn't even need to look up. He said Billy's body was so out of whack. And he watches Billy kick the ball, 100 times a day, every day for the last 6 months. And he said when Billy's body came through, he didn't even need to look up. And then he heard the fans, and he knew it was over with. And certainly from my perspective, my business runs as the Ravens go, and we can get into the baseball team and how I can't use the language that I'm capable of using with the baseball team. But we have no off season, and I know I said that to you guys. I was on with you before the game. I mean, the real hardship as a Raven fan or a Baltimore fan is, you guys are going to either win or lose on Sunday. You win, great, you'll go back. But it's Bruins, it's Celtics, it's certainly Red Sox season. We don't have that in Baltimore, so we're more of a one-trick pony as a town.
It's Nestor Aparicio joining us in the Bob's Discount Furniture.
Love Bob's, by the way.
No question.
Yeah, my wife's from New Hampshire, so I'm up there all the time. I see the commercials, so Viva Bob. I watch him on the Red Sox games.
He gave you a good chair to sit your butt in right there.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.